Today we're going to drive 992 Carrera 2022, and I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts. We're not going to be going quite as crazy, geeking out on each little thing like I usually do, so I just got to grab the keys and we'll take her for a little spin and give you guys some cinematic cool stuff. Let's get it. There we go. Time to clean her. So this is a different type of video that we're doing today. We're gonna be taking this guy for a spin and just kind of talking about, you know, some of the things that I like on a base 992 Carrera. And I actually really like this spec, so we're gonna be talking about, you know, some of the cool things I like about it and not get as geeky and as technical as I typically do. So let's do it. So what I really like about this particular 992 Carrera is it's just all kind of purpose. There's no extra stuff, I guess you could say. It has the standard interior sports chrono package, which is always my favorite. Gives you the drive mode switch here. Only thing I feel like this car is missing is the sport exhaust. Changes the way the exhaust looks in the back, also gives you just more acoustics. But on this you can hear that it's still pretty fast, and I feel like a Carrera is like pretty much all we really need for any type of just daily driving. Of course you can get a GT3, but are you actually, you know, using that day to day? I also like this car too because there's no sunroof either, which is awesome. It's just very iconic and classic Porsche. Maybe a manual transmission would be better. You can't get that in just a standard Carrera, so maybe you would go Carrera T. I feel like this would be my kind of almost ideal just daily driver spec minus the sport exhaust, but you can hear that glorious flat six. Still sounds amazing. So I even like the seats. These are just the standard four-way seats in this car. No seat memory, no nothing. It almost makes me feel like I'm a race car driver, even though I don't have that much skill. It's quick, as you can hear. Just plenty fast for any just type of like daily driving that you would be using. It also has PASM as well, which gives you the ability to stiffen the suspension. Also automatically lowers the car, so if you decide that you want to get, you know, really squirrely or aggressive around those corners, this car has it. I feel like you used to need the S, but ever since the 992 and probably even 991.2, which was 2017, that the base car is plenty. I feel like for any type of daily driving, unless you're really planning on driving it like a race car driver, base car is plenty. Maybe back 997, it'd be nice to have the S, that bigger brakes, more power, but this car is plenty, I feel like, for most people. Floor the brake, floor the gas. Here we go. Woohoo! How about that?
Oh my god.
It feels good, right?
What the heck? That was
Grip's good. And this isn't even all-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive. I love the downshift too.
Yeah.
And the back popples. So we've got, well, I guess we'll go all the way over to wet mode first. We'll start there. That's for anybody that's like maybe driving in the rain. There's actually a microphone that's in the front wheel wells that will be able to pick up on the sound of water as it hits it, and it will either suggest you go into wet mode if there's enough standing water on the ground, or you can certainly do it. And if you try to even get the cars to kick out even in wet mode, it really like kind of dumbs down the power so you don't have any type of wheel slip. So that's a big feature that Porsche added for the 992s, and it works marvelously. Then we've got normal mode. Since this car has PASM, it's the most chill mode that you can drive in. The car is going to shift fairly early in the rev range. The PASM or sport suspension is going to be in the chillest feeling. So I feel like day-to-day driving, that's probably the best. It's not going to be, you know, revving really, really high, unless of course you put the car into manual mode. Next one's going to be the sport mode. So you can kind of hear the car idle up a little bit more as we do that. This is going to shift quite a bit later in the rev range. It all depends on your throttle response. If you're still driving the car like a grandma, it's going to shift a little bit later than normal, but still nothing too crazy. I'm in manual mode, so it won't even shift. And then the last one is pretty much racetrack. That's the mode we do launch control in. Sport Plus, you can see it downshifted automatically. It's gonna try to hold a high gear so we can get the optimal amount of revs. Also puts on the PASM or the sport suspension. So now we're more in like stiff dampening, and as you drive it, it's very stiff, and it's gonna keep the car revved out for as long as it can. Last is gonna be individual mode, which is a nice mode as well. This is gonna link everything. You can kind of mix and match all the drive modes. So let's say you had sport exhaust, you could have the sport exhaust on or off. You could have the suspension stiff or not stiff. This is whatever you want it to be. Drive mode, chill mode, whatever you'd like. So that's kind of how Sports Chrono Package works. In the center, you're gonna notice a button as well. That is the drive mode. And this is going to, what it's gonna do, it's gonna open the wastegates to the turbos for 20 seconds. Gonna give you full boost so you can accelerate onto that on-ramp or whatever it may be for 20 seconds, and then you can keep pressing this as much as you want. I love this car just in terms of being a daily driver, because you can feel the speed. Thing takes off like a rocket. It's like, to me, plenty fast, very classy in terms of this spec. It's not, you know, in your face. I'd almost consider this like a gentleman's spec. I love the way it looks, the white with the black, the Stormtrooper look, which actually kind of matches my Apple Watch here. It's definitely something I'll strive for in the future in terms of having a daily driver 911. And that actually brings me to another point. With Porsche being such a precision brand and having amazing engineers that work at Weissach, it makes me want to implement these kind of things into my day-to-day life to try to be better, to be the best I can be. That's part of, I guess, my mission as part of this channel and with Porsche, is just trying to inspire people to follow their passion and reach their dreams and goals, whatever that may be. If it's owning a Porsche one day, awesome. I want to try to inspire all of you, try to attain those goals and do the small things to try to be the best you can be, and that's what the Porsche brand means to me. Yeah, to me this car's way too much, even for day to day. Too easy. It almost makes you feel invincible. So I hope this video will help inspire somebody to achieve greatness in whatever it is they want to do. We'll see you guys in the next video.